The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
So apparently we have to remove steel from people's asses. Hi, I'm Junie. How are you all doing tonight? Welcome. And this is Chicago Hidden City, and I make no mistakes or regrets for what we're going to do tonight. So, Intera, take us out. Or take us in. Do the thing.
Sure. Hey everyone, I am Intera, and I will be playing Spotter the Nosferatu today.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Bluepaw.
Ray, and I'm playing Kajai of Clan La Sombra.
I'm John Levar. I'm playing Magnus Sanchez of Clan Gangrel.
Hey everyone, I'm Glaciate, and tonight I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
Hi everyone, I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Dr. Theodore Smith of Clan Tremere.
Last week, you guys all met these lovely kindred, and actually, I'm not reading. We're winging it tonight because fuck it. So you met everyone. You got to see what they were brought in, what Kevin Jackson wants from them, but he didn't ask for it. It's a whole complicated thing, and let's just say Taylor kind of turned around and exposed all that. Yeah, he's got to learn. And here's the kindred that are going to help him learn how to be prince if he makes it. So, gang, what are we doing tonight?
We are meeting at the cell block to review things that we have found out over the past week.
Okay, so it's a lovely Saturday night. Sun has set. Moon has gone up. Somebody went with a cup. It's, but I'd say, 7:30 y'all decided to come on in. And yes, I hope you all get that earworm. Go for it.
Immediately, Theodore is walking into the private space and then checking key points around the room just as a quick double check before sitting down. Doctor's bag on the side as always.
Assuming the wards are up. Thank you.
Easy enough to put in.
Taylor walks in a few minutes behind Theodore. Hey guys, what's up?
Taylor?
Bastion comes also with a beer in hand. Oh, sorry, y'all. I really had to talk with this other guy up there, Anyway, hello everyone. How's it doing? How was the week?
Productive.
Are you actually able to drink that stuff still?
That is my answer.
Either that or he's putting significant effort towards drinking it.
Why would I do that?
Some people
Showboat.
That is a good point. Perhaps.
So what did we all get?
Less than I was hoping, but more than was expected. I've made some general contacts in the city now, and I'm slowly building out some information gatherers, but my research into werewolf items is not turning up nearly what I was hoping.
I may have some information that may help with that.
Deal.
Yeah. The Temple of Phantom. It's a werewolf cairn, a special site for them. But on top of that, it also is public facing as an occult library for humans. But the materials can never be checked out. So people have to go there to study them and leave the items there.
Theodore mutters, damn it, under his breath.
Mm-hmm. It's reputedly a public institution and respected for being a place of serious learning. However, and they offer classes to humans on the occult. It appears that werewolves themselves are not running that business side of it. It's their kin running the business side of it. So their version of mortals, as it were. The werewolves are likely overseeing the operations, like from the background. But there is a Mother Larissa that is a werewolf in charge of that cairn. And there's another member that got mentioned to me, an Anna Eyes of the Sun Pelfrey. So that individual is likely also another werewolf involved. And if we can go there and possibly meet them, they might be inclined to want to contribute towards finding their item.
I'm hoping that second one's nickname, it sounds like, isn't literal.
Is the mother actual clergy?
I don't think so. But considering it's a institution of the occult, it's probably run like a cult.
Kind of like a religious thing for them, perhaps.
Yeah, like Roman pantheon type religion. Yeah.
Yeah. With that name for Tanzania or something. Makes sense.
Yeah. But that may help us with finding more information about the fetish itself and see if they're willing to help with locating it, because I don't think any of us will be able to actually find said fetish with any ease.
No.
Will any of us, with notable exceptions, and his eyes cut to Magnus before coming right back, be allowed? I don't know much for werewolves, but I do know that they dislike us heavily.
This is true.
I believe she looks to Spotter and to Magnus. I think the three of us can go, specifying exactly what we're doing and why, and that it will benefit them, and then see how they react.
Yeah.
If they want the piece, they'll work with us to find it.
That's the important part.
It's a good plan.
Is that the best plan we've got?
If they don't want the piece and they want to fuck around, then they fuck around.
Right. I guarantee you they won't make it into the Undercity.
I am not afraid of walking up to one and saying, hey, look, I'm an archaeologist and I'm going to go dig around and try to find your shit. You want to help?
And it's not like actually for them. It's not
Yeah.
for us.
It's not for us. We're not trying to keep it. We're trying to find it for them.
I believe
I like
this.
the idea.
Yeah, you can probably spin it in a way that makes they think that they are doing us a favor by letting us find it. This way their woven egos will be intact.
We get a representative of theirs into where it is because they can track likely where it is,
Mhm.
and then they can take it from there. Fuck it. I don't care.
Yep.
hmm
It's a gift from Kevin. There you go.
Once again, We were only told to find the items.
Exactly. What they do with it is not our business.
Mm-hmm. We weren't even told to deliver it to Jackson, so...
And I mean, Jackson is a Ventru. If he cannot find a way to turn the situation to his advantage.
He's not much of a Ventru.
Exactly.
I do have some information about the actual theft itself.
Mm-hmm. What did you got?
I spoke with someone who was there in a previous life. And they said that the mayor was assassinated. All the police were pulled away from the fair because of that. And then a thick, choking darkness fell over the area where the fetish and the book were. The people there who were in the darkness could not breathe. And when the darkness disappeared, the fetish and the book had as well.
Oh, yeah, that was in the paper, too, back then. And she opens up her bag and takes out an old clipping. That got brought to me by some of my people.
So,
And it's a full report from 1893 about the start of the fair. And it talks about when it was first used, there was a sense of wonder and excitement and joy throughout the fair, the lightning bolt. And when it was lost, there was a sense of sadness, anger, and rage descended upon the city. And that most people don't feel that anymore is one of the notes on the clipping where it's pasted on the paper. There's notes on it. And that it's basically a pervasive sense that went deep into the city. And most humans don't feel it much anymore. But other supernaturals might be more susceptible to it. Mm-hmm.
You're sure about that description? Darkness.
mm-hmm.
It even says so right here. And she points to it in the clipping.
Not just regular darkness, but a choking darkness that they could not breathe in.
Sounds like the abilities of my clan. You need eyes like ours to be able to see. Which means someone relatively powerful was here.
We can also not discount the possibility of Kaitif.
Or other
Yes.
supernatural creatures.
That can use a similar ability.
I will say that of my cousins, while they cannot use that specific ability, any darkness they would use would not have the choking effect. They do have the ability to see through any kind of magical darkness sometimes. So
Quite an interesting family.
If one could hold their breath long enough, they could take advantage of a thing like that.
Well, I will tell you that Cretius said that Maria probably was directly involved in the theft of his book at the least.
Makes sense.
So, if you have vampires going in and stealing shit, they don't have to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
True.
They would need the ability to see. And
They
as far
would.
as I know, only my clan could do so. It's possible that the
Gangrel can.
clanless are involved.
She looks to Gangrel and says, Gangrel can see through that darkness too, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I wouldn't put it past other clans also having that ability. Depends on who they've been betting.
There is another possibility, but I doubt it, but it's worth mentioning. There were Thin Bloods even back then. I just don't think we knew about them as much.
Very
That-
rare.
They would be fitting on the KDF, perhaps? On the loose cannon part?
Possibly.
Ultimately, I don't think it matters who necessarily took it. We know where it ended up.
I'm just saying we know the abilities involved.
Mhm.
It gives us some idea of what we might be facing because there's no guarantee they're not still alive.
That's true.
Mhm.
That is true. However, if It was done, as Cratius believes, on the order of Helena. She likely had it near her.
Oh, yeah, that
You're
book is
saying-
really gone.
So you're saying if we find this book, there may or may not be a Methuselah in close proximity.
Yep.
I mean,
Hasn't there been rumors about some damn neonate that Annabelle's been tagging along with lately?
yes, there has. I've been perusing around the city. I understand all of your works and going into the historicals, but I've tried to keep my ear on the now, just so we aren't walking blind around this place. And apparently, Annabelle has a neonate that she's presenting to elders, like with some importance. Rumor goes that perhaps it was a embrace of hers, a love quarrel, as Michael and usually says, but this story kinda doesn't add up.
Look, I'm gonna say this: the really old ones, they take long damn naps. Okay,
Mhm.
they run amok for years, and then they exhaust themselves, or they battle each other, and they end up having to sleep that shit off. Okay, and literally, if she took a nap and now has woken up and is posing around as a fucking neonate, which is likely, okay, they do that shit all the fucking time. Literally, I'm gonna tell you right now, if she isn't sleeping where she was, she might have left it behind in her groggy wake up.
That
Now
is
might be the perfect time to sneak in there and get that shit.
It's also worth taking a close eye to the walkings of the Primogen. I've been trying to do that. My venues of looking around are not particularly conventional of sorts, but I did find some information about where their money is going. Summer events, perhaps they are all betting on that to have a revitalization of the city, one could say. And because of the technological ban that we are currently facing in the Camarilla, many of them can enjoy it. So tensions are high in the city because of that. I think we could look really well into the situation, and I might have an in on that. I found information of a guy unbelievably loading. He is a Ventru. His name is Weatherbottom, Bobby Weatherbottom. Apparently, he is tech savvy and is trying to push for a lift on this ban, and Peterson is bluntly ignoring him. If I get enough contact with this guy, perhaps we might have a eye on the sky of sorts that we can keep a close look at everyone in the city.
That's an idea.
Could be helpful.
I will also state if you are correct and Helena is awake, we have to assume she is influencing the rest of the Primogen and perhaps Kevin.
If she's capable. I don't
I
know
have
intimately
seen-
what they can do with first waking. I can say from things I have found through various excavations I've done, it seems there is a bit of an onboarding period for them after they wake up before they really get to full, like, I can fuck all your shit up.
Hmm.
So we might be in that little bit of lull zone, as it were.
Hmm.
And I'm telling you, by next week, I want to be under the fucking city. She looks to Spotter. You got navigation down?
I do. Was
Awesome.
able to get some information. Funnily enough, the entrance is under the University of Chicago.
I can
Fate's-
get us in, no problem.
Fate smiles upon us.
Yep.
Mhm.
But that'll be the easiest part of the journey. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yep, it'll be traps. It's not a good time. And the Nos down there, well, they don't like company because they went there because they don't want any of our bullshit.
I mean, I can't blame them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. But I can get us past most of the traps, but it's going to be mostly, we all need to have our heads in a swivel. It's not going to be safe.
Fun.
Speaking of
Um,
not wanting to deal with our bullshit,
mhm.
would you like to hear about the late and not lamented sheriff and how he met his end?
Yes.
Taylor takes out her phone that she has, clicks something, clicks it back, puts it back in her pocket, says, "Abso-fucking-lutely, I do."
All right. So you all know his affiliation back in the 1860s. He was quite proud of being a traitor. And one of the the child of one of the archons also had experience in that war. So she sent him a message saying, "Let's meet at this fort." And storyteller, I forgot the name of the fort.
It was Camp Douglas. Camp Douglas.
Camp Douglas. And reminisce about old times. He, of course, was happy to do that. So he showed up at the fort on time. And so did the current sheriff to meet him there. And before he could really cause a problem because of that, his feelings on people whose skin tone is a bit darker than others.
Yeah, he's a fucking bastard, or was, I should say. He's Ash now.
Yes, he was. And the first thing that went was his legs at the
Oh.
kneecaps. But not by the sheriff. That child of the Archon I was telling you about, she's really good with a sniper rifle.
Fuck!
All right.
He was still
That's a
trying
thing.
his best. And then, after his kneecaps were taken out, he was still trying to fight back. So she began taking other shots as she could, took out his hips, and then Gerard showed up at some point in there and was helping out. Let's just say the sheriff lost his arms, and then after being told of all the ways in which he was an utter failure, both as a kindred and as a sheriff, he was relieved of his head.
My question is, though, who got the kill shot? Do you
I
know?
believe that is the new sheriff that got the kill shot.
Ooh,
That's spicy.
that is spicy. I love it.
Oh, it was
And
a
my
whole
understanding,
judgment.
my understanding is this was all done with the blessing of the Archon. So,
Yeah.
which means that came directly from Lucinda.
Lucinda. Yeah.
Mm.
Also, it probably explains why Peterson readily accepted the new sheriff.
Yeah. it
Speaking
does.
of which, I got a few gossips about that as well. Apparently, Lucinda's travel into town has Peterson quaking in his boots.
Yeah, he knows he's a
And-
fuck up.
Yes, he knows he's locked like Rapunzel on his tower. He does not get out. People want to talk with him? Go there. And the name that was seen meeting with Peterson is a very rather infamous one. Magnus, you are a member of the city. Do you know the name Capone?
Yep.
God, that asshole.
Mm. Yes, that
STDs
asshole.
rotted his brain even before he got turned.
Wow.
Why the fuck is he still walking?
It's
He's still famous enough to be a
Because he's-
fucking breach.
He's one of
Oh.
Loden's children.
And there's a thing there. Many of those cities Venture are, kind of fondling to Capone. He's ruffling his feathers on his way. It might be a problem.
What I've heard amongst the underworld, he has control over the entire south side, and Pierzon is either unable or unwilling to make a move. It
Or
would.
he's trying to make a deal with him.
Most likely.
I'm thinking it would make a good place to hide one of these werewolf artifacts.
That's
Well-
a good one.
That's a possibility if they have it. We would need the werewolf to be able to detect it.
Just a quick warning. Apparently the Primogen are also a bitty about baptism. And the name was mentioned. Maxwell.
God. Yeah.
again.
Yes.
Looks
Prodigal son, something. So
Maxwell was a prince here before Loden. A Bruja. Maxwell got unceremoniously dethroned by Loden. And Loden, trying to break the mold of executing former princes because he didn't want that happening to him if someone dethroned him, because trust me, everything Loden did was always about him. I can tell you, he sent Maxwell packing, exiled him. There are certain of my clan that have ambitions for rulership and things like that don't know how to let go. Once they
Let us
sink
know how
their
to let
teeth
go.
into something, they don't let go. If Maxwell is still kicking and has a fucking bent for ruling Chicago again, that's going to be a fucking problem.
Yep.
yes. And apparently the Primogen are interested. They're meeting behind Patterson's back.
Yeah, because Maxwell, from what I understand, I never met the guy, but I've heard things. Literally, from what I understand, he's a charmer and a half.
He was.
Knows how to talk with a velvet fucking tongue. Promise you everything under the sun and the moon. Now, whether he can deliver or not's another story.
Whether or not Lucinda will let him deliver
Is another
also
story.
another story.
Because I can tell
Yes.
you right now, Lucinda is one you don't want to fuck with. If she has plans, fucking let that bitch do it. I have met enough fucking Archons and Justicars in my fucking years to tell you that one is one you do not fuck with.
sounds like I make it my war after all.
Perhaps.
Might be good to look into adversaries that Maxwell had and allies who he may have screwed.
Oh, I imagine any of Loden's brood would be against him.
Are they perhaps betting Capone as a replacement?
Oh, God.
I hope not.
Oh, it's Loden's brood. I expect the worst. Except the Bobby guy.
I mean, Jackson is part of Loden's brood too, so
He is.
Yes. I do not take back what I said.
I mean, the only thing I'm thinking is that Capone and Peterson are talking alliance to prevent Jackson from taking over.
Or it could even be a contingency plan where if Jackson does, Capone gets Peterson out and secures him.
That too. I There's a knock at the door, and Magnus goes over, opens it up, talks to someone, closes the door again, turns back and says, "Spotter?
Hmm?
Hey, you got someone looking for you.
Hmm.
She's a woman wearing a tracksuit. Not kindred.
Huh.
She's asking for you by name."
All right. Well, what's the bar layout? What's the bar layout? Could I activate my obfuscate before going out to get a look-see?
Sure, if you want, if you
Yeah.
obfuscate and somebody opens the door for you.
I'm going to do that. If you don't mind getting the door, please.
Yep. Waits until you're obfuscated and then opens the door, leaves it open for about 10 seconds, and then closes it.
All right.
You will have to rouse for unseen passage, though.
Which isn't a problem, I'm sure.
First
Yeah, it is.
roll of the episode.
I know, right?
Ooh. All right, the new guy. What do I do?
You just roll one blood
Rouse,
dice.
yeah, do a rouse check.
A 3.
Ah, you failed.
got hungrier.
Okay.
Bump up to 2 hunger.
This is fine.
Don't worry,
Fine.
that's not the problem, Hungry. You're fine.
No, you're
No,
fine.
that's when you get to 4 or 5. When you go out into the bar, it's your usual standard patrons, but being that they said a tracksuit, there is a woman, and I believe I put the right thing in. It's in our Chicago Hidden City. It's a woman standing there. She looks out of place. She looks like worn clothing, but kind of trying to look nice. But she's kind of standing there, you know, kind of like in the corner, just being quiet and respectful of the place. But you could tell she's kind of not really digging the smell, if you know what I mean. You do remember when Nedka did say he was going to send you a contact.
So this is one of his street contacts that he sent. Okay.
This is the
So,
werewolf contact.
Gotcha. Great. And she probably already smells me.
She smells all of you, actually, and she's just kind of being polite. Just
All right. I'm going to head back towards the door as long as it's the secret room and
Yeah.
unobfuscate and then come out. All right. I'm going to walk over. I just open, not trying to hide anything.
she'll just kind of tilt her head going, "You're the one I'm supposed to talk to?"
Yes. Spotter.
Yeah, okay, cool. Can we do this here, or do you want to do this somewhere else?
We can do it here.
Okay.
Unless you want to go for a walk.
Supposed to tell all of you guys, but if all you guys
Huh.
can't handle one of me, I'm cool.
No.
We're not
You know what?
warded against werewolves down here, are we?
No,
Just ghouls?
Just schools.
So you can
I
bring her
do
down.
not have that power.
So just bring her down.
Fair enough.
Fuck it.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
You can meet the crew.
Oh, okay, cool. Sure. She'll just be very quiet and respectful and let you lead.
All right. I'm going to head back to the door and knock on it. Oh, what do you got?
Agnes opens it. Junie, I just have a quick question. Does she have scent silver?
No, she does not.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Magnus
And
opens the door.
And I didn't catch her name on the way.
She didn't give it
did
to
I?
you yet.
Okay. Agnes. Well, yeah, I asked Waneka for a contact amongst the lupine.
I see.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Oh, that was fast.
She kind of
Welcome.
just,
He doesn't fuck around.
Clearly.
hi.
Hello.
I
Hope you're all doing
Good to
good.
meet you.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is rather unpleasant for you. I'm Dr. Taylor Hammond. I'm an archaeologist.
Hi. People call me Question.
Question?
But-
Excellent.
Most people, yeah. Thanks. I'll do the formal thing. I don't think you've all had that done before. My name is Zora Questions Peterson. I was born of Hamid underneath the Ragabash moon, and I am of the tribe Bonar.
Excellent. Excellent. We are tasked with something.
Yeah, I heard.
You heard. Okay,
I'm a
how much have
Bonar.
you heard?
Bonar pretty much are your homeless, your street people. I
Mhm.
hear a lot.
Okay. Well, we're looking for a fetish that belongs to your people.
Yeah. Interesting task you have. I'm sure you guys are going to fulfill it. Great. I'm supposed to sense it.
Can you?
Yeah, the werewolf?
I didn't know if that was something all of you could do.
If you have the right gift.
Ah,
It's how I know what you all are. I can smell you.
oh,
I'm sure we're
excellent.
all a bit corpsey.
No, you smell the worm, but that's okay. And not enough showers are going to clean that up, but that's okay. I understand choices in life and things. I
Mm.
can tell the difference between I'm trying not to be disrespectful. So what do you call yourselves?
Vampire is also fairly appropriate.
Okay, again,
Mhm.
trying to be respectful. I would have just said
I-
leeches, but
I was about to say, I know your kind call us leeches.
It is a good acronym, you know.
Not inaccurate.
Not in the slightest.
I mean, at least
No
you're-
offense taken. We understand.
I can tell the difference between you guys, the Karen Stealers, and the Dream Dancers. Karen Stealers, that's the mages, and the Dream Dancers are changelings.
Oh.
The mages and I, we kind of battle over places of power. They take it as a node, we try and make it into a kern.
That makes sense.
Do you have a lot of mages you have to deal with in the city?
Are you in Chicago?
Not for long.
Well, then you won't have to deal with them for long, but yes, there are a lot. At least they don't have to sneak around just for their very existence, residing in the city. Fuck my cousin. I mean that literally.
Oh,
I know we're supposed to be sworn enemies, but I like you.
Thank you. I like you too.
She hasn't tried to kill us. That's a mark in her favor.
Yes.
Look,
Big old check mark.
I'm being respectful
Appreciate it.
and doing by my alpha commands. Trust me, I draw the short straw, but it's okay. I'm here out of peace, and I'd rather have the peace than
Yeah. So what we have figured out is likely there was involvement of various individuals with the stealing of it. There was also another relic stolen at the time that caused issues with our people. And literally, we've been tasked to find both the fetish of your people. From what I understand, Kevin wants it returned to your people to broker some kind of peace agreement or treaty or whatever. He's trying to make a political move to run the vampires of the city.
Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had the same reaction.
Let you know everyone
like
has sent
you.
us in mind. Yeah.
He wants to attempt to rule you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That baby vampire. Yes.
I could drop
If he can pull it
dynamite.
off,
Go on. You, if he could pull it off, what?
if he can pull it off, it would be quite impressive.
It would be.
I mean,
It
I could
would.
fish in Lake Michigan and get less toxic fish with a stick of dynamite than him actually doing that.
But he's wanting to, because we understand right now with what happened a few years back, that our current ruler has initiated a blood hunt
Well,
on you all.
my cousin, being the lackluster pick he is, did that because of what we did to his sire.
Yeah. Oh, Peterson is your cousin.
Literally.
Oh, and
I
that
was thinking-
fucking
Oh.
makes sense. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
am I. He's
So
third
your
cousin, 5
condolences.
times removed.
So your name is quite literal. You question
Peterson.
him.
My
Or
nickname is
question
Questions because I'm a ragabash. If you don't know what that
Oh.
means, I'm kind of like the chaos monkey in the group, but for
Oh.
other people, not my group.
Yeah.
Think Rogue if you play D&D.
I've heard of that. I haven't ever played it, though.
I believe my ghoul has.
Mm,
I'll invite you
But-
for a session.
excellent.
I'll tell her that.
Cool, because I can gently kill you in ways that I can't do in real life. You'll be fine.
It'll be great.
Yes, you'll be actually eaten by a dragon. It'll be no problem. And not the Zamitzi, a real dragon. Yeah, I said
Yeah,
what I
let's
said.
not bring a Zamitzi in.
Oh, I
Those
already
are
got
no
one at my
fun.
table. What you talking about?
What?
You are running into amazing circles of life. I want in.
I mean, if I can
But
do
anyway.
a full round of D&D with all you, down.
So,
Yeah.
we're going to need your help with this because we don't know where to really look for this fetish because we can't sense it.
Yeah.
And if you can kind of track down where you get, like, I don't know, a vibe or whatever you get for it,
Mhm.
you can let us know because we have a general idea that the other object we need to find is likely under the city. And, well, I'm an archaeologist. I like to dig. And
That's a loaded. Nope. Can't ask right now. That's loaded. Keep going. Keep going. Go.
and if it happens to be in the same vicinity, great. We can kill two birds, one stone. But if it is somewhere else, then we need to tactize how we're going to deal with getting your item back to your people.
Okay. So pretty much what you want to do is divide and conquer.
Yeah.
I played Axis and Allies.
Yeah. So if you can find a general vicinity of where it might be in the city, let us know.
Sure. It's not
And
here.
we'll tag team it and get it for you.
Okay. I can tell you it's not above ground.
Okay.
I've been from one part of the city to the next, and I've been around here for a good 20 years, so I can tell you it's not above ground.
How do we contact you? When we're ready to move underground, we might want you to tag along.
Oh, sure. Yeah. She does like the Macarena dance, trying to feel her pockets. Got it. She'll pull out I got a flipper phone. I don't have a place to charge it.
Okay. Taylor just hands her a business card.
Cool.
When you get it charged, send me a text.
Sure. Do you guys have a charger?
Magnus takes out first a business card as well he hands it to her. He's like, I'm sure some of your relatives are probably familiar with this.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's like, that's my number on it. My personal number is on the back. And he goes over to a desk that's here in the lower area of the basement and just goes through some of the drawers. It's like, what kind of charger does it take?
It's a Nokia. It's a old kind of. It's not a flipper yet.
Brick.
It's a smaller. I can't kill anyone with this. The older ones, the old bricky. I could kill like.
Oh my God, those are great.
I could kill a motherfucker with that, no problem. But
I
these
miss
little
those.
dumbass things, I can't do shit with. And plus,
I mean, they still don't break even if you throw them off a building. So
why do you think I still have it? Just on the top of it, I go from shelter to shelter to shelter because that's what we do. We don't own anything. We're the homeless. We're just street people. So I can get a charge when I can get a charge.
You
Magnus
need some
comes back.
cash.
Magnus comes back with the charger and hands it to her. He's like, you can hang out at any of those clinics and charge your phone.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay. That's a lot. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Why do I need cash when I could turn around and open a door and just go in gently and just take what I need?
I like where her head's at.
Well, he
No.
didn't give her money. He gave her an actual charger.
Yeah,
a charger and a contact with
Yeah.
basically his clinic.
She's
on it.
answering.
Yeah.
She's answering Dr. Smith's
Yeah.
Dr. Smith's
Why
question.
money?
Oh,
No, I
I don't get why we stopped using letters for communication, but
because
Because the postal service fucking sucks.
I mean, why would I want to mail something from the top of the city and wait 2 weeks to get it down on the south side of the city when all I have to text somebody?
we just deliver the letters by hand through couriers. It's much safer than
Yeah, until
your
somebody else
phones work.
dominates the courier and then your message is lost.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then you just use pigeons.
Well, I can
Animalism.
talk to the pigeon and distract it
Yeah.
and eat it. Nummy nummies.
Or a gargoyle eats it.
Few,
I've seen those.
very few with that particular ability.
What, with me talking and eating your pigeon?
Well, for us anyway, I can speak for what you all are capable of.
Pigeon in a pinch could come into a very, very nice street wings. Girls gotta eat, guys. I mean, to kill a pigeon,
Hey, ain't
depluck
nothing
it,
wrong with it.
just turns into rotisserie. It's all good.
We drink blood. Who are we to judge?
Yeah, I was going to say, given our dietary restrictions, we can't really say anything.
I mean, I still know what chicken tastes like. It's fine.
Is there anything you would ask of us?
Keep my name low and kind of on the down low.
No,
no.
we don't know you.
Oh, good. I don't know you either. It's fine. That's why I didn't ask for names.
We never met. It's fine.
Who are you?
Yeah. But I so want to try this D&D.
Sure. What you doing next Friday night?
She's like, fuck, I'll have to check my calendar. But yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
I'm assuming you guys know what
Absolutely.
dice are. So I'll bring
yeah,
dice.
I know what dice are.
No. I mean like
Yes.
20-sided dice.
I can figure it out.
I'll bring it. Don't worry. I'll explain it all. Wait, who's the smart ones in this room?
That'd be Taylor. That would be Smith.
How
That would
smart
be Magnus.
is smart?
They're doctors. Like the three of them.
3 doctorate degrees currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the 2 men doctors are what, 1 degree of doctor?
Medical doctors.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I go
guys.
back and renew it every once in a while.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, I do too. Ever since women could.
It's
So-
not difficult.
so you guys are book smart then.
Also, not necessarily unaware in other situations.
Okay, so you guys understand geek.
Yeah,
Well, not everyone understands geek. Hence, I asked.
I get it. But yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah. I've had some interactions with nerds and geeks.
Cool.
Yeah. I've dealt with some gigs.
I mean, I teach at a college.
No,
I go
all
to
of
college
those are
parties.
geeks. Not all of them are geeks. I can tell you.
Not
that.
all. No, I work in the history department.
Oh, I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
They're all geeks. Okay.
Well, they're history geeks. Some of them don't even know.
And some of them are fantasy geeks too.
Okay. As long as we can find that one, I'm cool. All right, so I'll meet you guys here. Say, oh wait, she'll pull out her what looks like an old farmer's almanac, flip through, and go. Well, the sun sets at 7:30 next Friday. Want me to 7:30 here, or do you need?
Sure.
Works for me.
Do you guys need to freshen up before you?
No, I think a week's good. Yeah, we can meet up Friday.
Okay, you don't need to like rise or anything, do you?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, I'll bring the books. I'll bring sheets. Wait. Pencils are made out of wood. Is that okay with you all?
Yeah.
Should be fine.
I asked
Lots
because
of things are made out of wood. It's fine.
I'm being polite and respectful. Otherwise,
No,
I'll
it's
just.
fine. You don't
It's
know.
appreciated.
It's appreciated. It's fine. We can use pencils. It's fine.
We're not birds. You don't need to walk on all these eggshells.
Have you been in my shoes?
No.
No, you look like you're a few sizes smaller than me.
I mean, that's only if I'm pressed. I could also buy big ass shoes like yours and just tromp around the city with them. They'll just all hear where I'm coming from.
They're not that big, are they?
I don't know. What size are your shoes?
Question I never thought I'd have someone ask a fucking character of mine.
I'm
You know-
fucking here for it.
You know what? Size 10.5, whatever.
Okay, so that's a size 8.5 in women's. Actually, we're the same shoe size.
No, it's not. It's like a size 14 in women's.
She doesn't know that. Let her go with this. I got shoes you could try, and no problem. You can walk in my shoes tomorrow. Next Friday, it'll be fine. It'll be smaller than shit, but it's fine.
Well, question, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. Cool. I'll make sure I bring a big backpack with all the stuff. And can you all eat food, or is that the real deal? Is that you guys are all just on a liquid diet?
I enjoy some wine from time to time.
This way. Nah, that way.
Okay, so wine. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much it.
Unfortunately.
Do not eat.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to change that, but
Can I bring food for myself? Is that cool?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
doesn't bother us.
Sweet.
Some of the truly old ones gag if they smell food, but I don't think that would be any of us.
No, we'll find out next Friday.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will then see you guys later. God, that's something I never thought I would say to any of you. Just prepare to be rocked. That's all I have to say.
Awesome.
Cool.
Great.
Can I get let out here?
Yep.
I got turned around. Sorry.
Magnus just opens the door
Actually,
and
I
takes
have
her
somewhere
out
to be, so I'll show you out.
Oh, okay.
Good night, guys.
Cool.
Good night.
Magnus goes with her and tells the bartender, open a tab for her. It's on me.
Oh, yeah, sure, boss. What do you want? What do you want me to put the name under?
Peterson.
The same guy that rolls in the
Just
Just do it.
Okay. I thought I'd ask.
Mhm.
Goes off to go start a tab. Question kind of gives you the thing and kind of walks out kind of like, this was the weirdest night ever, at least for her at this moment.
Taylor just looks and says, "Oh, I'm sure we'll have plenty more weird nights. It'll be fun."
if you want anything to eat or have a drink, this place stays pretty quiet. So you've got a tab here.
Yeah. Thanks. Can I get a standing order of chicken wings? They taste better than pigeon.
Sure. What time do you want that for?
When you guys wake up and I come over.
Okay.
Sure. We'll have some ready for you, I think. And she
Yeah.
looks to Madness.
There will be some ready here every night around 7:30.
That's dangerous. I will come by and eat that.
Okay.
We're not worried.
Can I bring a friend?
Sure.
As long as they can be polite to
Oh, no. They'll look, some of us don't get standing regular meals. We go like a couple
No,
days without
absolutely.
eating. So
Mhm.
if I can bring
If you're willing to work with us to help your people and ours, absolutely.
Okay. Again. Weirdest night ever. I know that the alpha's going to want me to report in and she's going to expect a whole lot. This is not hitting any of our expectations.
Good.
Yeah.
Building bridges.
I love supplanting expectations.
She might question a lot of things that I might actually not have answers for. This is going to be different.
And with that, Taylor gets in a cab.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see you all later.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Oh,
See her.
Here.
Huh?
He had them make up an order of chicken wings real quick and just handed them to her.
Shit, you serious, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, I got $1.50.
Just take them.
I said it's on me.
Okay.
You got a tab here.
All right. If I leave $3.50, it's gonna be because I'm trying to pay it back. I make a little bit of money when I can, do some side jobs. Okay, I'm gonna go. God, these look good. And she'll start walking down and just showing what, and walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor's on in a cab. What are the rest of y'all doing?
So, gentlemen, that was a lovely intervention of our meeting. I will
Yeah.
talk to some Ventru now, get some info about the city.
Let's see. So you're leaving. Taylor's already gone. Kujai, any interest in patrolling?
Sure.
Magnus, you're welcome to join.
Sure, why not?
All right.
All right. Well, with Taylor on her way, we've got somebody meeting Bobby Weatherbottom. And several people going, I think this is a good time to shift over and go for a break. So we will see you guys all in 10 then. All right. See you guys soon. Hi, everyone. We're back. Oh, my God. It was only 10 minutes. Felt like ages. Okay. So we have a list of things we are going to get through for y'all tonight. And first off is going to be Taylor.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I have to repost Gerard's picture, but Gerard, as Taylor comes in, is kind of leaning up against a light post, and where you're rolling in on looks like a campground, and there is a whole neighborhood to the west side. You've got this campground that's hodgepodge of streets. And if you were here about 100 years ago, which Taylor was, you knew this was actually the shoreline of Lake Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Since 100 years ago, Lake Michigan has been pushed more and more and more for land. So
It's been filled in.
what used to be Camp Douglas is no longer. It's more of a hodgepodge of streets with some small little industry buildings around. And then you've got the railroad to your east. And Gerard is sitting there and he's holding something that looks kind of wrapped in like tissue paper. But he's standing there waiting for you to arrive as you are pulling in on the taxi.
And she gets out of the taxi and she just kind of looks around because she hasn't been in this neighborhood in a long time. And she looks and looks around, walks up to him and smiles and says, things certainly do change over a century.
Yeah, they do. How are you?
Well, and yourself?
I'm living in interesting times and I'm trying to feel around on it. Here, this is for you. And he hands you this wrapped. When you feel it, you know that it's a pot. There's something in the pot. But of course, he nicely wrapped it in tissue paper for you to open.
Well, thank you. And
You're welcome.
she unwraps it and looks.
It is a hibiscus. And if you remember the Victorian meanings of flowers, hibiscus means beauty.
And she looks at it and says, it's absolutely lovely. Thank you, Gerard.
You're welcome. I didn't know if you had that in your garden yet.
I don't, but it will be a welcome addition.
The colors change, apparently. So I wasn't sure on the color, but the flower nonetheless.
She reaches out her other hand, takes his hand that he's working so hard with, and just takes it and says, thank you.
You're welcome. You wanted to know things?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's free night at the Camp Douglas.
I mean, it's a Confederate killing ground, isn't it?
It's where they all come to die, apparently. Josephine made sure that it was probably the best and more apropos place to send somebody off unceremoniously.
We good to talk here, or is there somewhere else you want to go?
No, I thought this was an open place for you to enjoy the flower and maybe gently soak up the sense of happy killing. I wasn't sure.
Absolutely.
I would have said rave, but that's a little bit loud and that's really, really hard to talk in. So,
Yeah. So, how did it feel?
good. Real good. Seeing him down there, especially after she used her special stake to make him stay still. Yeah. Hearing him finally silenced for the last time. Real good. Knowing that he couldn't turn around and hurt people again. And I'm not saying just people, I mean us. Those that didn't deserve it. The little guys. He was turning around and making a muck of a lot of shit.
I am truly happy for you, Gerard.
I am too. There was a lot of good potential that we lost because of him. And I'm not saying politics aside. I'm actually talking clan members that could have made a difference. And he just snuffed them out like they were nothing. And they could have been something. You know the potential in people.
Yeah, I do.
They had the potential. Some of them were real good. And then he just was a butcher. So when Josephine said we got the green light, me and the new sheriff, we said, okay, let's make a plan. Let's execute it. Let's show him what kind of a dog he is. And you know Josephine. She was giddy as a snake, jumping up and down. I'm surprised she got the shots off. She just put him down like... Look, I don't talk about really much about battle, but when when a marksman, not just a marksman, but a true marksman hits her prey, and then you can see and feel the whole joy of the whole battle right then and there. You can feel it, like it rejuvenates you. That was poetic.
I am loving your recounting of this. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. I let the ladies do what they needed to. I was here for backup and support. I thought they needed to get their anger out. Who am I to say no?
And of course, you were more than willing to assist.
Oh, of course. If they needed the backup, I was there. But that's like saying to you, do you need backup? No, we all know you're more than capable of putting anyone down. Why insult you? But at the same time, I'm here to support. Apparently, Josephine likes to build bridges.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm not thinking it's her sire's boss's wording, but I think it's also her trying to make up for the lack of understanding that's going on in the city.
Yeah. I mean, what do you folks make of Kevin?
Potential, wasted. But at the same time, if he can make up for it, if he has an actual, not just one, but if he's got a group of tutors that can walk down this path with him and lead him and kind of shepherd him in the right way, it actually might be pretty decent. He'll make up for what Maxwell did, and he'll unfuck up what Loden did, and maybe unfuck up what Peterson did. There is potential in him, but he needs to be taught. And he just kind of looks like that to you.
I'm taking the hint, okay?
I didn't know if I had to be subtle or not.
No, you don't have to be subtle. I am curious. What did you mean by what Maxwell did? I wasn't here at that time.
Oh, his undying need to have battle and fight for shit. He got pulled into a whole fucking war when he left the city to go trounce about in battle. Why do you think he ended up in Gary? All places. Ugh.
Ugh.
But at the same point, all he thought about was war, his glorious battle. He wasn't listening to Critias or anyone else. It was all about fight, fight, fight. That's what Bruja do. No, it's not what we do. He took the whole stereotype of what we are and ran with it because that's what he believed. And he did a great injustice and disservice to us. Why do you think we lost the war against the Ventru and the whole meaning of the gangsters? Why do you think Capone got embraced? Why do you think the thugs on the streets now are more puppets for Ventru than us? Because Maxwell dropped the fucking ball.
Of course he did.
It's our turn, and it's up to us to pick up that ball and show Chicago what we really can do. But we can't do it in the whole loudmouth way they expect us to. So,
Agreed.
Go. That's why I went Anarch. Go underground. Stir up better things with more rumors and get friends with the Nosferatu. Turn around and help them out. They'll help you out. And in the end, who falls? The Ventru.
Yeah.
What's the best way to be an Anarch? Be a fucking educated one and beat them at their own game when they don't even realize it. To be educated is the best way to be a rebellious Anarch. And that's what I got.
Taylor just laughed.
3 fucking degrees in poli-sci.
Excellent.
Yeah, humans teaching me poli-sci, and I actually had to do all that stuff. It was weird. I'm like, you don't realize what I've done with my life, and yet here I am, and you're schooling me on politics.
Yeah, it's really funny. The first time I had to sit in a antiquities class, and I was legit the first woman that used modern archaeology techniques. They just forgot about me over the years.
I mean, I looked at him going, do you realize who my mentor was? Critias. Who taught Critias?
Yeah.
I may or may not have gotten a philosophy degree while I was at it, too.
Oh, my.
But I looked at it from the standpoint of Josephine's got some gumption. Our new sheriff's really got the talent. I heard she may or may not have kicked Kajai's ass slightly, maybe softly and gently. But at the same time...
Oh, please, that's just Hackamite flirting.
Oh, I know that. But he came and delivered. I was really impressed. He doesn't know I was there. It's okay.
Oh, you're nosy, too. I love it.
I would never be nosy, madam. Only when I'm not invited.
Then I will make sure to invite you when I have fun things to do.
That's great. I mean, I could use that.
Excellent.
There's a couple of things next weekend if you're up for it.
What's going on?
I'm being told I need to host a brouhaha.
Oh, yes, I wouldn't miss that for the world.
It's going to be on the west side of Chicago. I'm thinking next Sunday night.
I will be there.
Okay. Bring your philosophy on. I'm not going punching rounds. I'm going true philosophy and debate because I'm tired of fisticuffs. We need to fight with our words now.
Yeah, and she just looks at him and says, oh, Gerard, I will debate you all night long.
That is a very tempting offer, madam, and I know of your reputation. You may or may not be able to, but I will challenge you on it. I am not one to slink on a debate.
Excellent. I like a challenge.
I know you do, hence the challenge. Don't get me wrong. I know who I'm going up against. At the same time, do you know who you're going up against, madam?
I know a few things. I don't like to reveal my hand.
You played way too much poker. Damn.
Oh, I have.
Damn. I'd hoped you hadn't. All right.
Gambling. Yeah. Well, yeah.
There are some rumors of you that are not true. There are some that are true. I'd rather gently ask to then facilitate what is true and what is not.
Well,
I'm right about the flowers, aren't I?
yeah. I do like flowers.
Good.
And this will be a welcome addition to my garden.
Excellent. I took a couple hours trying to find out the best ones for you. And being you are a woman of, shall we say, well-known flowering, I don't know the word for it. I was never into gardening. I may or may not have asked a friend of yours,
Oh, which friend?
Edith.
Oh,
Again, knowing the Nosferatu is
Yes.
the best thing you can know.
yes. Agreed.
She gave me an earful.
But she does that.
No, I meant an earful.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed 2 nights in one of her places because she wasn't done yet.
Yeah, she does that.
I'm not used to that. Succinct, complete, done. Kind of like your friend, Dr. Smith.
Oh,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And forgive my gentle, slight nostalgia for TV shows. A little kid running around going, "Danger, Dr. Smith! Danger, Dr. Smith!" And then
oh my
having
God, I'm stealing that and using it.
and then having some kind of robot going, "Danger, danger."
Fuck you both.
Oh,
I just want, to hear "Lost in Space" around him. I think that would be poignant, and I'm here for that. You'll have to record it just so I can see his
I am
reaction.
so here for this, and I'm going to make it happen.
He will be so stone-faced confused. I'm sure he won't know what to do.
I have a mission to make him show a personality.
Okay, Josephine said that he had a steel rod in his ass. Is this true?
He's from Pittsburgh.
Oh, it is true then.
Yeah.
Anyone from Pittsburgh has a steel rod up their ass. And it has to be Tremere.
Yeah, no, I spent years in Philly, and the shade on Pittsburgh was intense.
Look, I'll take Philly any day because who doesn't like a Philly steak and cheese sandwich? I mean, they're good. Philly cheese sandwich? But to Pittsburgh. Really? Pittsburgh.
Well,
I guess it's the Tremere breeding grounds of, I have no personality. I know nothing about anything. Hello, I am Tremere.
oh my gosh, it's uncanny.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
I'm glad I've made your night and at least made you smile.
You have. I'm impressed.
It takes a lot for this.
And she says, thank you.
You're welcome. I know.
I'll see you Sunday.
Yeah. Can I make one gentle thing?
Sure.
I mean, you are a woman of taste and valor and all that stuff, and he'll reach in his back pocket, pull out a card, go, "That's my personal number if you need it." I don't give it out often.
She pockets it. She takes out her own card and says, here's mine.
Thanks. Do you text or do you call? I ask
Either.
because some people are really kind of freaking out when you call them nowadays.
As long as you don't say anything that can get picked up, it's fine.
Why would I say anything that's going to get picked up? I would never talk about anything that would be needed to be broadcasted over the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that's why there's code words.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me guess.
I mean, it's like anyone with half a brain could figure out how to skirt around it.
You say that, but you know that it's out there.
I know it is. I'm well aware.
Soon they'll have things that we can actually talk over the internet with, and that's going to be even more scarier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I do need to go. I have a couple more appointments, but like to hang around with you again, if that's possible. I know you're a busy woman, and I respect that, but going out,
I'm sure we can arrange something.
you let me know when you're up to, and I'll make
will.
it happen.
I will.
All right, and he will.
Have a good night.
He'll actually go gesture for your hand for a moment,
Mhm.
and he will bring it up to his lips and bring it up to his lips and kiss and say, "Thank you for the lovely evening, my lady," and he will let it go. And then he will gently walk away.
And Taylor will summon a cab.
You will see him walking to a Harley,
Mhm.
put the helmet on, and drive off.
Excellent.
So there is your thing for motorcycles. Because I like to give out hooks. Okay, we're going next to Tracy and Dr. Smith.
Oh, you're done picking on me now?
Me? Pick on you? Never. I'm Junie. I would never pick on my players. Not at all. My halo's above my head. You can't see it.
Where did she set the meeting? Because it definitely would have been a thing of her reaching out, I'm sure.
Oh, of course. There is a non-cursed bookstore that's in the rack, in the corner of something, 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 something. Ironically enough, it's called the Black Cat. Because why don't we like, little ironic things in our lives? And you've all seen Tracy, but I'll put a thing in there in a little later. She's actually dressed a bit more modern. She has on it's a very street-like kind of look, where it's a blazer, a nice blouse, dark blue jeans with boots on. And she's got a little hat, little flouncy hat, because why not? And she has a cup of tea in front of her, and she's just mixing it a little bit and reading a book.
Is there a seat across from her?
Of course.
I just sit in and give an acknowledging nod, setting my doctor's bag down next to me.
Dr. Smith, I presume.
Tracy Graves, I presume.
Ooh, we are formal. Good evening, and how are you?
Conflicted,
Ooh.
but working all right.
Why are you conflicted?
I've been put into a... How safe is it to speak here?
To look around. Safe enough to talk about, shall we say, family business if you need to.
I've been put into a coterie, and I find myself uncomfortable around many of them.
Why?
They're not clan.
And?
I'm not good with people.
Funny, you seem fine with me.
Well, you're clan, that's different.
Oh, are we classed?
I can let my hair down around you. I don't know if I can trust any of them in the ways that one could trust a kindred.
Have you tested them yet?
Not yet. I haven't found an opportunity.
But how new are you to meeting them?
We've known each other all for about a week.
Oh, yeah. You don't have time for that.
And I believe some of them knew each other previously. I've met one of them.
Let me guess, you've been shacked up with a lot of clan duties and not being able to, shall we say, mingle.
Indeed.
I see. That's a pity.
And part of clan duties involve meeting you.
I'm touched.
Well, I soon plan to meet every one of us in the city, but that takes time.
Well, then, it's rather fortuitous you have met me before my broodmaid, Abraham.
I've heard of him.
I'm sorry.
Anything you wish to share? I'm liking this information already.
Loaded question, my friend. Loaded question. How well do you know of him, of his rumors and reputation?
I've heard small things, but he's more a footnote in my knowledge than anything else.
Well, let me get to the point. How well do you trust somebody with weak blood?
Doesn't that qualify as all of us now?
No, when you can't even sire a proper Tremere.
He's sired a Kaitif.
I was there. I saw it. I helped the two Kaitif with her to help her survive. She is a Masquerade breach. Wow. I didn't realize it was that funny.
There are some scandals that are just too juicy to ignore.
You're not wrong. They saw each other at a club. She was his great niece. She recognized his picture, cornered her behind the club, and embraced her. And left her for dead.
Do you have her name?
Of course I do. Why would I not? Technically, she's clan, even though she's Kaitif, because she has blood sorcery.
It managed to develop independently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Abraham wasn't completely useless then.
Oh, he is useless. He can't even properly embrace Tremere. They all go Kaitif.
That's pathetic.
Exactly. And now he is trying to go for not only Pontifex, but he also wants to go for Primogen.
I thought you needed to be considered high clan to be Primogen.
Everyone needs a representative, don't they? We still are clan. We still have a voice.
Would you want him to represent us?
Heavens, no. But I'm not one to be in a situation of power. I have way too many connections, shall we say, in the outside circles. I still have hands in many, shall we say, occults. Not to mention, I may know one or two mages. High up.
If certain mages were... I don't know if I'm being watched. I believe I have definitely been flagged.
I can ask if you wish.
It would be appreciative.
Of course, for clan. What'd you expect me to do, say no?
Without a bond, anything is possible.
Still getting used to that. I have to say it is a slight relief, but at the same time, a bit more disconcerting.
It was jarring when it happened to me. I sort of just stood there for a while.
Yes, well, my sire was among those in Vienna. The sudden snap was interesting. I no longer had to, what's the word for it? Go against his will on certain things because I knew I knew we had a better way of doing things. And with him constantly holding back, now I can make contact with those that I need for things to, shall we say, flow better in the city.
Perhaps we could collaborate on some work together sometime.
I'm always open to it. At the same time, go ahead.
I also wouldn't mind meeting Abraham's child. If you can make me that connection, of course.
Oh, I could absolutely make that connection. When do you want it?
Relatively soon. Probably not next week. I believe we have something going on, the coterie specifically, I mean.
Are you busy tomorrow? Or is your diary that full already?
I believe there's some operation on a mob boss I need to perform, but that's relatively early in the night.
Her name is Carol, but she goes by the name Mal Davis.
That's an anarch, right?
It is. And you wonder why she's an anarch.
It seems like a course that can be easily corrected.
if given the proper push.
Hence why I want to speak with her.
And if we can properly push her maybe to our side, think of all the things she could do as an already working blood sorcerer.
And what are the chances that because she's Kaitif, she can bond?
Mm-hmm. And if we can get her to bond, doors open. And we can then do quite a bit of things together, don't you think?
I think we have a good trajectory, if nothing else.
The only thing I want to do is see Abraham flail and completely flounder. He has driven us to the point that it drove our sire to Vienna, where he was killed. Do you think I'm going to ever forgive Abraham for that?
Maybe when he's Ash.
You think I'd forgive him if he was Ash? No. My hatred for him is far deeper than that.
When you hate something that much, you should really keep it on your mantle.
True, but if I hate something that much, why would I give it the space in my home to reside in?
Memento.
No, that's when I pillage his library. That's the memento. Knowledge is power. Power is utilizing the knowledge you've stolen from somebody else, though therefore you can utilize that knowledge for what you need in the future.
I believe we will have an excellent working relationship, Miss Graves.
Of course.
And he'll even extend his hand out in proper handshake.
She will extend hers and give him a nice firm business handshake. I'll make sure that you can come to a more homier place tomorrow if you'd like to meet Miss Davis. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to meet you. She wants the fall of, let's just say, not only her sire, but Peterson as well, because Peterson's the one who drove her to become Anarch. I heard about your little task.
Oh, yes.
You might want
I think Peterson will not be in charge much longer.
One can only hope. I mean, between Loden and Peterson, it went from this to... The bar was already so low. How could you get underneath the bar?
You have to dig.
I think he's dug pretty well down to bedrock by now.
And no sign of stopping.
No. Well, it was lovely to meet you, Dr. Smith.
You as well.
Please call me Tracy. I think we've come to a more open accord, don't you think?
Theodore will be fine.
Perfect. And you can come, and she'll pull out a business card and write down a address. You can come here. It is my home, and you'll be more than welcome, and I'm sure Miss Davis will be more than happy to meet you there. Think of it as a little family reunion.
He will take out one of his business cards for his private practice and then write a similar but very different address onto the back. Perhaps you can come by and meet my revenants.
Your revenants?
3.
I am now very intrigued, Theodore. Thank you. I'll bring some of my books along. How's that?
Excellent. We can have a whole study session.
Perfect. I haven't had one of those in years.
And he will politely stand up and give a nod and then head back out to his vehicle and probably just head back to those exact revenants he was talking about.
And with that, as the Tremere have gently started to collude together, which is very scary, we have Bastion heading over to what looks like a north side, north shore kind of, I want to say it's kind of like a golf club. I don't have the picture right now and I apologize. But he is led into the golf club and actually to an exclusive room. It's the back of the golf club. It's servers, it's technology, it's things that many people are not allowed to play with, handle, or deal with. And Bobby, he's about 6-ish, 6'1", young, nerd for some people. And he's in, kind of like this nice powder blue button-down shirt. He's wearing Dockers. He's got his glasses on. No, he does not have a pocket protector. And you can hear Lincoln Park in the background as he's just sitting there coding as the door opens and this lovely hostess has led you in there going, "Hey, Bobby, this guy wants to talk to you." And he'll just kind of come back up, look, and go, "Come on in." And the lady will leave, close the door, and he'll turn down the music, go, "Hi, can I help you?"
Oh, please don't turn down the music. I loved his band.
Oh,
I was around in one of their shows. Do you believe me?
Should I?
Of course you should.
Okay, cool. You are...
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Bastion.
Right. The Rose.
Of course, yes.
Cool.
The Rose.
Bobby, hi.
Yes, Bobby Waterbottom of the Kings.
Yes,
If I did my research right.
you are correct.
I approach, but like into a friendly distance. See, Bobby, I am quite bothered by some choices of recent management, one could say.
Okay.
But you seem rather unbothered by that. I look around at his computers.
Oh, about the whole thing that's going on in the tower?
Yes, exactly. I heard mention of your name as one that's pioneering on an attempt to push against this tide, and it piqued my interest.
Look,
But come on,
I'm the
come
only...
on and tell me.
That's fair. I'm the only one who got into ShrekNet that wasn't an Nosferatu.
Mm.
And I may or may not still have all that information on a ghost site. I just haven't told anyone yet.
I'm
looking to launch ShrekNet Part 2 at some point.
I was never able to contact that. I had Nosferatu friends that did. And the loss was terrible.
Oh yeah, I lost some good friends, some good connections. Let's just say I turned around and hacked into theirs. So I may have a running list of 2i and hunters that I may or may not be gently feeling out for different people to slowly, pick off because fuck them. Right?
You are doing a very good service for our community.
I'm doing Kane's work. I know. It's okay. You can say that.
Sadly, it seems the community is not offering back much of reward for that, right?
They
You're having
can't.
to.
Underneath Peterson's no technology, they can't turn around and fund me. They can't turn around and openly support me. Are you kidding? That's going against the prince's decree.
I see.
To 9/11 and the whole attack of ShrekNet, that just brought down all of my hard work trying to branch and connect all the different cities together for our running fluid connection of kindred. That literally crushed everything I worked for. Do you not think I'm not pissed off about that?
As he's talking, Bastion is wandering his eyes around this place. You seem rather passionate indeed.
Well, no one cares about me. I'm just a quiet little nobody of Loden's kids. I mean, you got Peterson, you've got Kevin. Who gives a fuck about me? So why not make my own way? Why not forge my own destiny? I don't need a lineage to prove who I am and what I know. Fuck them.
You are absolutely right.
And the more people I bring down of the 2i and the hunters, that just proves I know how to use the technology to better not only us, but to keep us safer. Do you realize that this is all in the government as well? The government's involved. Between not only the military, the NIS, you've got the CIA, the FBI. The hunters are everywhere. So is the Second Inquisition. And I'm not just talking about the little bitches. I'm talking about the ones that are wielding true faith. You don't think they're out there too?
I had my run-ins with a few.
And what about the
Mem-
Go on.
Oh, just a few, people that have fate in general.
All right. Don't you think the Guru don't utilize technology? Or any of our other enemies? Why are we going to be the ones held back? We shouldn't be. We should be right there on the forefront. For every one of me, there's 5, 6 glasswalkers hacking the system. And you don't think that they're not going to turn around and utilize that stuff for us? To try and bring down our numbers after my stupid ass bro member turned around and created a blood hunt on them? Of course not. They're going to want to mow us down at every right turn that they can get.
Oh, but the Masquerade, is it such a challenge, right? To keep against it?
Here's the thing. You can get around the Masquerade with the right words, the right code letters. Hell, I write in a whole bunch of different languages, and I still get the message out. If you know how to code in the right words, it doesn't matter. You could speak leet speak. Hell, you can masquerade that with a whole bunch of numbers in the middle of a sentence. Nobody will know that unless they understand it.
Creating encryption in the message.
Yeah. Best way to actually get your emails out. Encrypted code.
Do you think the hunters and others would be able to crack it if you did it right?
They haven't cracked it yet, and I've been at it for 10 years.
All right.
And let's just say the past 5 years, I've brought down 10 different hunter groups, and I've cut off part of the SI. That's why you don't go to O'Hare. The SI are all over the place. But if I know you need to get out, I can get you out of Midway faster than you can blink an eye. I know several other connecting little airports around here that I can get people in and out of, and you don't have to worry about the whole Guru bullshit upwards towards Milwaukee. I can get you in and out of Milwaukee in about an hour. It's all on who you talk to and what technology you can bring to the table.
You see, I've recently come into a business of sorts. My coterie recently formed has an interest in Masquerade containment.
Yeah.
And I was honestly disappointed with Peterson's rule in this particular regard.
Well, where's your coterie at?
Doing their stuff.
No, I meant like located.
Heard about the rack?
Who hasn't?
Somewhere around there. I'm not from Chicago. I do not know the address.
Gee, I couldn't tell that from the accent. What kind of what place do you guys hang out at? Do you have a place you chill? I promise I won't hack into your club or bar or Swedish massage place or pool hall or whatever you got.
We do have a bar.
What's it same? Look, I promise I won't hack into it. Just tell me where it's at. Or tell me the name of it.
Very well. It's called the cell block.
He turns to his computer. Right there, and he'll pull up the map. And what you see is 9 mini little screens. You see the cell block right there, and you see all the outside cameras around it. You see this cell block, this bar, from every angle outside. That place?
You really are impressive.
This a 5-year-old can do it nowadays. Give him the right iPad.
Well, I am honestly sold. What do you say we do business?
Sure, what kind of business you want me to do?
I'm the market of contacts. I love the way that you are confident enough. It's my bros talking, but having someone as passionate about your craft as you being actually doing something in the circumstances of the city really motivates me to find the right employment for your skills. Of course, I am not against going against your enemies of the Second Acquisition. They are also my enemies in every kindred on the city. You'll find that I have some talents that are not painting or playing the violin.
So, what do you want me to do exactly? Because you're turning around and you're talking all smooth and shit. What you want me to do?
I want eyes. I want to know what's happening on the city. I want to understand things that are possible threats. I'm planning to do some things, some work. It's hard as it is. Normally, and with Peterson's ruling, absolutely dreadful.
So, pretty much you want me to snoop around.
Yes. Know a little more about where X is going and taking Y, who's presenting who to whom.
You want me to be the eyes and ears in the tower.
Perhaps on the city as a whole. Whatever you can offer me, I promise I will be paying the right amount. And not only money, even though I can do that.
Yeah, don't worry about money. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to load in skids. I'm stacked.
True.
I need
I can
protection.
do.
That's what I need.
You need protection.
And I'm not talking the political protection. I mean the physical, you can turn around and rough a motherfucker up. Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker, and then turn around and use that motherfucker to fuck up other people. Have you ever seen The Untouchables?
Oh, I do believe I saw that.
Somebody brings a knife, you bring a gun. Somebody puts your friend into the hospital, you put him in the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
I can do that easily.
Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll be your eyes and ears. Do you want me to watch over the cell block too, or no?
No, we got some special arrangements in the place.
Okay. Sure.
But outside of the rack, of course.
I'll tell you what. I'll even give you a bonus for this conversation. Don't go west into Wheaton. That's their training facilities for the hunters and the Second Inquisition.
I will be sure to inform all the pertinent ones that will make good use of this information.
That's fair. Those that I don't like, I send there. Hey, they gotta learn how to practice too, don't they? Before I wipe them out.
It's true. By the way, if you're ever curious and want a test, I can arrange something.
Cool. I'm down. Win.
What about... Let's go with Wednesday next week.
Sure. Where do you want me to meet?
What is your recommendation?
Well, what are you going to show me? That's my question.
I can show you how much I can protect you and from how far.
Okay, so you're talking guns.
Oh, yes, I am talking guns.
Do you know who Josephine Davis is? She's got a whole place.
Lovely shooting mark.
Yeah. Okay. How about there? We'll meet at her place.
Very good.
She'll be tickled that people are showing up. She just opened it.
I went there already this weekend.
Okay.
Loved the place. It's a very good service.
She does try to impress, bless her heart. That's what she'd tell me all the time.
Very well. Before I go and we close up this meeting, one last question.
Sure.
As Ludin's children, what do you think about the other venture of the city? And I mean your opinion specifically.
Don't fuck with Ballard. he'll bury you. Capone is a
Mhm.
walking STD. We all know that. Though he's fucking mad and going with power, he smells Peterson's blood in the water. And what better way to turn around and get Chicago but underneath Peterson and try and fuck us all up? He's him come and visit me. And me. How do you know that you are probably the last person in the room to get any kind of mention when Capone comes to you after Peterson? Seriously, it's an insult.
Tasteful.
Don't worry. He and his friends will have a bit of a problem in about a day. It'll be fine. They might have to fight for their lives, but it's okay. Isn't that how we all work?
During the day or during the night?
You have your secrets, I have mine.
Oh. He takes out a business card. May we watch over each other's secrets?
Of course. Just make sure if your goal here is a boom, she's fine. During the day.
I will ask her to be extra careful.
Yeah. You might want to tell your coterie members too if they have ghouls.
I will make a call as soon as I leave from here.
He'll give you a wink and hand you his card. You have a good one.
You too. And I leave.
And as you've just made a deal with Weatherbottom, who's not a power bottom, you're welcome. We lead to our last little bit of the gentleman doing a patrol. Where, Sputter, Kajai, and Magnus, are you patrolling?
I think the rack is starting to feel homey, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's valid. You're wrong.
It is technically Magnus's domain, so
Okay. Well, tell me where you all are walking. You don't have to tell me a street. Just tell me from where in the cell block have you gone? North, south, east, west? If you did a hokey pokey, did you turn yourself around?
North is probably gives us the most distance, so.
yeah.
Okay. So you're heading north?
Head north and just kind of do a circuit of the domain area.
North was good. Yeah.
And I'm going to let you all go for it for a bit. And if I have to interject somebody, I will definitely be more than happy to interject somebody.
So, how do you all feel about this move?
I think that if we can do what we've been set to do, could be good. I also think that if we do that, we'll probably work better together in the future than going our separate ways.
I have to agree.
Our whole group has individual strengths that add up to much more than just the sum of their parts.
Indeed, it is a odd coterie. Most of us at our age just stop working together.
Which is foolish, in my opinion.
Stronger as a
Do
team.
you have preferences between Maxwell and Jackson?
Between those two? Jackson. Maxwell is too hungry for power.
Jackson.
He's had a taste of it. Now he wants it and more. And one thing about those, especially older ones who get power, is they're never satisfied with it. They just keep wanting more and more and more. And you all weren't in the city, but there was a reason why Loden was able to do what he did. Maxwell was a problem.
Jackson at least is making an effort to keep the city peaceful, if that's the right word. Transitions of power usually mean chaos. So he at least seems to have a plan, even though he is an ass clown.
I suppose.
The other thing is that
Continue.
if we put Jackson in the lead, then he'll owe us. If Maxwell is allowed to take the lead, he will not owe anyone, and he will misuse that power much worse than Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, from what I understand, Jackson is young,
Mm-hmm.
not just in age, but in experience.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling the Sabbat will return soon. If Lucinda is interested in taking over, that'd be one thing, but I'm not entirely sure. Jackson's ready to face off against whatever returns from the Middle East.
Then shouldn't we make sure he has people around who are able to take the lead on something like that? For instance, I know from our time in New York that you spent quite a bit of time fighting those in the Middle East.
I did. And I've seen the ones who manage to survive, the ones who gorge themselves on the power of our elders. And outside of monsters like Mithras, I'm not entirely sure the rest of us will make a difference.
Here's the thing about this time that we're in. And he just kind of looks around, like gesturing with his eyes at the cameras and stuff like that. There is much more power than just ours and others that are more long-lived or of different abilities. The thing is that we will not necessarily be the only ones having to fight them. Junie, I need a time frame check.
Yeah.
Was it 2008 or 2012 when what's his name woke up?
Which one?
The Ravnos, the leader of
That
the
was in
Ravnos.
2000.
That was in 2000 when
Oh
he woke
yeah,
up?
Week of Nightmares is gone.
Okay. That I wasn't sure when it had happened exactly.
Now you're just
I'm sure you remember what happened to the ancestor of the Ravnos when he woke up. There are not just us that would be fighting if those from the Middle East came back to Chicago.
It's interesting you mentioned that. I asked my ancestor about that once. And he told me an interesting story. Do you know why we joined the Sabbat at first? Well, many of us did.
Don't.
We, alongside the fiends, claimed to have killed our progenitor. If my ancestors to be believed, and I do believe him, someone altered his memories of that battle, someone older than him. Makes me think our ancestor is still out there. And if he is, then I don't think the trinkets, as the humans have started to create, will make much of a difference.
It's not the humans you need to worry about. It's the mages. They control enough nowadays. Well, once again, they can turn the night into day if they wish. And while I highly respect the abilities of our ancestors, I think there's a reason none of them showed up after the ancestor of the Ravnos met the sun.
Would we know if they did?
I'm saying I don't think there will be another Constantinople. Ever. Humanity has progressed too far from that.
As you guys are all walking, can I get a wits and awareness from y'all? Please and thank you.
I would like to rouse the blood for this as well.
Oh, but if you didn't rouse, are you even La Sombra?
I mean,
Come on, I'll take. As much as I love to gently try and get Maddox to break character, I will gently shoot shots at everyone. It's all good. I love y'all.
I broke for Tracy. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, right? I was shocked.
What's the difficulty?
It's standard 6.
Okay.
Just let me know what you've made. Yeah, you got 3, 4. Ooh, nice. Magnus, what did you get?
I put it in the chat, but a 1.
Oh! You rolled to disbelieve. Valid. So, as Magnus is walking, because clearly blissfully unaware, you're passing an alley, and with the 3 and 4, you hear the car coming towards. It's not like ramming at you per se. It's trying to get out of the alley for some weird ass reason. Like it's trying to burn rubber. And as you look over at the car. Now, mind you, again, this is an alleyway. It's dark. Not many people can see because humans. You'll see this woman, and it's not just flinging herself at the car per se, but she has jumped off of what looks like a 5-story building and punched a hole right into the hood, driving the engine out of its lodging onto the ground, and is effectively stopped the car.
It's not a masquerade breach. Nothing to see here.
No, you're fine. And she will walk over to the door, rip it open, pull the person out, and lean him against the car, growling at him for a moment. As you see, and I don't have, unfortunately, the picture of the two others, but 2 gentlemen in black, big, bulky, burly, and they have, and I'm going to show you hers. They have these kind. Oh, come on, you can try Krakow. Thank you. They have these kind of vests on.
So biker colors?
Those are bikers. But if you know who the wolf pack is.
Okay, well, Magnus is the gangrel, so he's
exactly.
Just like, he just looks at them. Like, do they pay any attention to the 3 of us?
Well, the woman turns around and throws the man to the taller men, and they kind of go, you know what? We need to have a chat. and they will look to the woman and go out front, as in go forth and make sure nobody be the lookout. She nods, and as she turns, she looks at all of you, and you see her eyes red. She gives you a nod and kind of just slowly lets the eyes fade red and walks slowly to you, as if she is not coming for confrontation.
They're not friends of yours?
You realize there are cameras, right?
Yeah, the ones I took out.
Okay, valid.
Don't you know what an EMP3 is? Or EMP. Sorry, the 3 doesn't need to be there.
Yes, I know what an EMP is.
What do you think I just did before I jumped down into the car and crushed the...
Well, I'm hoping not fry my phone.
Is your phone working?
I don't know, I hadn't checked.
She'll just gently... May I? I mean, most men don't mind me turning around and frisking them, but I thought I'd ask you.
Well, you're part of the wolf pack. Wouldn't exactly be appropriate to say no. He just hands over his phone.
She pops out, pops a charger, flips it around, pops it back in. She'll be fine now.
Thank you.
I actually only dug out for you the cameras, which wasn't a whole lot here. You don't have many out here, which isn't bad. More around the loop. The loop's really bad. Especially that and over Andersonville over the Wrigley place. So they haven't cleaned that dump up in a hot minute.
Well, once you get closer to the center of the rack, there are more and more cameras around.
Yeah, I noted it. That's why I pushed this guy out here.
Is this person, and why have you gone to such extreme measures to collect them?
Well, I'm a bounty hunter. He's got a bounty on him. Particularly by, one of our own. He decided to, shall we say, do something that wasn't exactly right in our books. And, well, if you know who we are, we're judged on the Archon's word, and he was told to be collected. But then again, if the man can best me in a hand-to-hand combat, being who I am, yeah, he had it coming. He poached where he shouldn't have poached. And he ran here for, to hide, I guess. To be hidden. We all know that this is a place where you hide and you don't get found. Peace and don't give a shit. When you
Wrong about that.
Well, if you poach in Indiana, they hang you up. He ran up here. And it wasn't just a poaching. It was a whole ass long slaughter. When you decide to go blade in a warehouse with 3 other people in your coterie, and you come up here to hide because you know nobody's going to find you, not to mention he may or may not have stolen one of the Primogen's prize schools and embraced him into an Anak. Baruha.
Oof. He's hitting all the bingo card spots.
The Primogen was a rose. Kind of pissed. Just a little.
I imagine.
So we were told to hunt him. Oh, hi. My name's Aurora.
Spotter.
Nice name.
Magnus.
Right.
Hi. How y'all doing?
All right.
Decently.
You seem thrilled. What was it? Kajai, sorry. You seem thrilled.
Lots going on in the city.
For good fights, not reckless people.
Oh, no, the good fight was with the other 2 coterie members that are no longer with us. May they not rest in Cain's peace. Sorry, I don't know about Lilith, okay? Back off, Taylor.
Oh,
She
have
only
you
wants
found
to-
everyone you needed?
Yeah, this was the last one. He was the one who, shall we say, tried to duck and run and be the spineless whelp that, well, needed to turn around and get his tan hided.
It's like he got what he deserved.
Oh, no, not yet. We get to
Oh,
take
well.
him back down to Indiana.
Oh, on purpose?
Yeah.
In the future, feel free to let us know you have arrived. I have no interest in disrupting your business, but on occasion there may be something fun to fight.
You looking for one?
Always.
Okay, what family you from?
Let's just say I've been a free agent for a long time.
Okay, that tells me I'm not talking about my family because I'm afraid of it. You know what I am. It's not that hard to read.
Akajai is going to use Oblivion Sight to turn his eyes pitch black.
Ah. Okay. Yeah. Running for their tumbling. Gotcha. Well, how about next week down Joliet? We're looking for, shall we say, a couple dragons that decide to help these poor unfortunate souls, and they're gonna be a tussle. Ever fought with a pissed off dragon?
Oh, the war gave me more than enough opportunities to fight with their creations.
Cool. We could use
Are
a couple of
they-
hands.
Are they in the spot or abandoned children?
Oh no, they're full on trying to make a brand new coven shit thing again.
I'd love to join you.
Cool. Look, I'm not up here often. I'm from Louisiana, so I hope you all don't mind. I just learned about half of these places about 2 weeks ago. I mean, we all know what Chicago is, but I mean, Joliet and a couple other places underneath. What was his name? She's thinking to herself. Right, Baron something. Joshua something. It's a long Polish ass last name. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. He's been.
Worry very little about the barons or whatever those people choose to call themselves.
I just call him a stone in my way. Gotta step on him.
Well, we'll take care of the car.
No, I got it. We have to go through it, so you're good. No worries. No trouble on y'all. I'm just here to make sure that they've had a good talking to with that gentleman, and then we'll take care of the car. No, you're fine.
All right. This is just
Me looking out to
a
make sure that.
domain, so
Oh, sorry. Didn't know. Again, doing the whole good Lord of Cain's work, whatever you want to call it. Just making sure he doesn't poach anyone else's thing again. He might have poached in your territory. We don't know. We'll find out.
all right.
Do you-
He
Well,
won't do it. He won't do it again.
he takes out a
Not wrong.
Magnus takes out a card and hands it to her.
Oh, yeah. Here. They made us have all these. Here you go.
He takes it and it's like,
They're running charge, so go for it.
if any of you need patched up at any point in Chicago area, just give me a call.
Oh, we'll take. Yeah, actually, a buddy. He's laid up in the motel right now. We'll bring him over.
Okay.
If that's all good with you.
I'll take care of him.
Cool. I appreciate it. I don't see anyone coming, so I was good at disabling his car with just a punch. I'm happy about that. But I'm gonna head out. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you soon.
All right.
We'll bring him over About a couple hours?
Sounds good.
Sweet. She'll kind of just turn around and not just skip, but kind of like this long leap to the guys, and they're starting to pull the car without any problems down the alley. Anything else y'all like to talk about?
All right. Well, I'd say we should probably head back to the bar.
Wait. Any powerful people arriving?
Mm-hmm. Winds are shifting in Chicago.
Yeah, Dread's boys are taking an interest in this area, then we definitely don't want to be caught between them and whatever they have to do.
See if we can have some fun.
As you guys finish up your patrols, is there anything else you guys like to come together or talk about or do anything? The Macarena. All right. With that, thank you all for coming in for the session. Don't forget, we have a whole bunch of slew of things that I'm going to try and remember because I wasn't paying attention to Shanky.
I'll do the outro.
Okay, cool.
I'll do the outro because I forgot to send it to you.
Though I will tell
All
you
right.
this, don't forget to Shanky by subscribing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Send a shank to them. Thanks. Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this session tonight. You can join us on our Discord. That is where this stream got cast from, and all of our streams get cast there. Let me put it in chat. Oh, somebody else is doing it. Thank you, Astral. Appreciate you. So yes, do join us in our Discord community. We hang out there, and we have an amazing community of people who love TTRPGs and World of Darkness and all kinds of things. And we have just a great group of humans there. So join us. We do occasionally do Zoom chats when we have the spoons, Shanky and myself, for doing them, and when we're not slam fucking busy doing all the things. And we occasionally do non-streamed social deduction games like Blood on the Clock Tower when Shanky can get a group together for that when we have the spoons to do that as well. So do join us. And of course, if you would like to catch back episodes, check out our YouTube. That link is in chat now because I'm putting it there. Boom. There you go. All right. So you can catch the first episode of this series on our YouTube. It is up there now. And we have amazing content. Today is our 5th anniversary of when we launched our first stream on Twitch. We have 5 years of content, World of Darkness, other systems, one-shots, mini-series, all kinds of stuff there, even some storyteller tips and game running tips for folks that want to try their hand at it. We have tons of content on our YouTube channel. Check it out. Seriously, if you want to support us, you can do so here or you can do so on YouTube. You can subscribe for free on YouTube. If you watch videos, comment on them and like them because that boosts us up in the search algorithm to get more people to see the content. So please do that. Also, if you would like to check out Call of Cthulhu 7E or D&D, you can check out Tiss's channel on YouTube, which is the Ishbel link that is under ours in chat. And please give her some love too. She posts up her Call of Cthulhu streams for the game she's currently running now. That was earlier today, was Call of Cthulhu 7E, London Esoteric Society. You can check those back episodes on her YouTube channel. We have some amazing friends that run content not only here, but on their own channels. Junie, what you got going on your channel, dear?
I was pointing to Ree.
I'll get to Ree.
Okay,
I'll
fine.
get to Ree.
On my channel, I do a lot of creative stuff. I blow things up because some people have to die and I can't do it in real life. And I do crazy stuff. But I'm not only there on my channel. I'm usually here doing either Dark Ages, Changeling, possibly a Werewolf ST at some point, this, and then I'm also on Baby Reese. And I'm also on Archon's channel too, so I'm all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. Do give Junie some love from us over on her channel. She does some amazing stuff over there. Crafty stuff, gaming stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And of course, there's also Ravnos Archon. He is on hiatus right now due to medical issues that had caused him to not be able to stream. But he is back and soon to be kicking up things, I believe, over the next month. So go give him a follow and some love from the McStabbers, okay? And then Mischievous Red, she does stream on her channel when she has the spoons to do so. Usually it's on Sundays. She does Final Fantasy 14, I think is her current game that she's kind of doing. So that should be fun to check out if you're into that. And of course, re-rolls. What you got going on? You got a lot of stuff going on over there.
We do have stuff. We do have stuff sometimes. Tomorrow, our Mask of Nyarlathotep Call of Cthulhu 7th Edition campaign continues as our investigators make it to America for the first time. And Mama here, who's this way from me, will be one of those investigators who come and check that out and see just how well they do holding back the darkness and maybe not go insane.
And that's at 8 p.m. Eastern? No, it's at 5 p.m. Eastern.
5 to 8.
5 to 8. Yep. So 5 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern on Ree's channel. So go give him a follow, subscribe if you can. You know, seriously, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You can find myself and Showtime Demon over there. We are having fun with Ree's crew, doing all the sus-ass shit in Call of Cthulhu. It's a lot of fun. And you have a new game coming up soon, don't you?
Yes, we just finished casting for Arcane Veils, our Mage 20th edition campaign, where our lovely storyteller is going to be joining us to help tell a fun story about mages. So you should have to check that out. The first episode will be streamed live in October. So keep an eye on our Twitter pages and our Discords to find out more information about that.
And also, if you're a member of our Discord community, we do alert when our friends go live on their channels. So you need to be part of our Discord community so you can check out when Junie, Mischievous Red, Ravnos Archon, or Ree go live. Yeah. All right. If you would like to get some studio merch, check our Zazzle link right now. Make sure you are signed in to an account because you do have to have your age verified to see all of our merch. We have some things that have swear words on it, like our counselor t-shirt for Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would, that you have to be signed in because Zazzle has requirements that if there's a swear word on an item, you got to mark it as adult. We're only adultish here. I don't know what they're talking about, but I got to follow their rules.
I need an adult.
I need an adult. But I'm mama and I need an adult. But yeah. So that's what we have as far as links and things for you to enjoy. And coming up over the next week, we have on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Vampire the Masquerade Dark Ages. Myself, Maddox here, Junie, Ravnos Archon, Beetle Spock, run by Shanky. We are doing the Transylvania Chronicles. We are in our 4th season of this. We just currently dealt with some inquisitors from the First Inquisition.
Yuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Running amok in a Romani camp. We sent them packing.
Somebody pissed off an Assamite.
Somebody pissed off an Assamite and pissed off a fucking Lasombra. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, running amok. And then we are going to chase them because they stole a Ravnos that we need. So we're going to go rescue said Ravnos and end the remnants of this group of Inquisitors. Yeah, so that's going to be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be fun. Going to be great.
Oh, and then we'll also fake another Ravnos' death. It'll be great.
We're totally faking that too because we took his arm last session so that we can leave it in the sun to get ash. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're faking that to piss off Aventru. Because why not? But yeah, so that's Wednesday. Then on Friday, we have the continuation of Queen's Gambit. It's going to be episode 3. the second session of Vampire V5 within Queen's Gambit with me as the storyteller. Glaciate here is one of my players.
I do not know what I'm doing there.
I tried to warn them before we ever started. This is going to be a high stakes, intense fucking thing. And they all get into it. They're like, ooh.
It's pitch black. Do you have Eyes of the Beast? Nope.
Nope. It's all good. It's all good. They got into the sealed chantry. Now they're staring down a gargoyle that is hangry and pissed off.
What can go wrong?
Can't, you know, let's see let's see who survives this. But yeah. So yeah, that's going to be Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday, I'm sorry, I can never keep up with Tessa's schedule because sometimes she forgets to pen things when she schedules things. Are y'all doing another Call of Cthulhu session this coming Saturday?
Yes, I believe so. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Yes, we will be here continuing our investigation into maybe a dragon. Who knows?
Maybe a dragon next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern in Call of Cthulhu 7E London Esoteric Society. Y'all don't miss it.
Oh, dragons
are awesome. Dragons are awesome.
It's fine. We'll be
They're
friends.
awesome. Just bow down and worship the dragon. It'll be fine.
Okay.
We're going to be best friends with the dragons.
Best friends. And of course, we will be back here on Saturday, double feature Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern with Vampire V5 Chicago, Hidden City. I think we're about to head under to the Undercity soon.
Priority 1.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a busy weekend planned in the next week because, you know, we got Friday D&D with the werewolf. That's going to be awesome. Then we got Saturday might be open. I don't know if people book things for Saturday, but then Sunday, Taylor's got to go to a brouhaha.
Nothing will go wrong there. Not at all.
What could possibly go wrong?
Fucking Anarch brouhaha. It'll be great.
Yeah, no one will get into a fist fight. They'll be the most civil thing.
Gonna sit back and watch the children play. It's going to be great.
I just have to find Rammstein's concert schedule for that year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Be fine.
It's going to be great. Du hast. But
Yeah.
yes. So that's what we have coming up over the next week. Lots of content, y'all. Lots of content. Do tune in when you can. And lastly, leading us out, I'm going to say, please, 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 please take care of yourselves. It's rough out there. And, you know, people struggle. And if you are currently in crisis, right now in chat, there is a list of organizations, because I've just posted it, that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get the help you need if you feel like you don't have a support network or that you can't lean on your support network and you are in crisis. Please call, text, get help that you need. We want you around a long time, okay? And if you are watching on YouTube or you are not in the U.S., you can go to findahelpline.com. That link is also in our Twitch chat. Findahelpline.com. You go there, put in your location, and it will pull up the support lines available to you in your country. Please get the help you need. And I'm Mom McStabber. I'm a registered nurse. I'm going to tell you, we are starting up into flu season soon. Get your flu shots. Get your COVID boosters or COVID shots if you have not been vaccinated for COVID yet. If you haven't, what the fuck are you doing? If you're capable of getting it, I understand some people cannot get vaccines for various reasons. But also, there's been a recent pertussis outbreak at a college because of people not getting their fucking tetanus and Tdap shots. You're supposed to get one of those every 10 years, folks. Get your fucking Tdap. Pertussis can kill infants and health compromised people and fucking elders. For real, fucking get your Tdap shots. It's easily preventable. One fucking shot for 10 years. And it's preventable. Get your fucking vaccines. Said with love as a nurse. Lastly, I'm political as fuck because I give a damn about human beings and want people to have fucking rights. So I got to be political to support that. Make sure you're registered to vote if you're an American citizen. We have an election coming up. Also, there's an election coming up next month in British Columbia up in Canada. Make sure you're registered and you vote in that up there. Neighbors, please. Please. It is important. It is important. Many people fought for your right to vote. Make sure you exercise that fucking right. In November here in the U.S., we have an important election. It's not just a presidential election. We have every member of our House of Representatives up for re-election. We have to make sure that the Democrats are the controlling power in the House of Representatives and that they maintain control of the Senate in order for a Democratic president and vice president to be able to accomplish anything. Because the GOP is nothing but an obstructionist party if they aren't in power. If they are actually in power, they will strip away rights from people. And fuck everybody that isn't them and rich. So literally, we have to make sure we not only are registered, that we actually turn up and fucking vote, like en masse, for fucking real. It is really important this year. And if you are already registered, please, 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 please check your registration. Because Republicans are doing their shit like they do every fucking election, especially presidential elections, where they don't want urban centers within their Republican states being able to sway the vote. So they purge their voter rolls. They restrict their registered voters that are registered Democrats. Make sure you check your registration and get it fixed. Check it every fucking week. Because they will do this nonsense every fucking week leading up to the election. I'm telling you, they show you who they are. They cheat to win. They fucking lie through their teeth. They have no real fucking policies because all they want to do is just be in power. That's it. That's it. Said with love. Y'all have a good night.
And I'd like to say this was a pet safe zone, so you can have your pets while you watch here. Thank you.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.